I'm Tom Frank.
I'm Biz.
Hey, Coach Curley.
And this is your Juniata men's basketball show. Dum. Welcome, listeners. I'm Tom Frank, and I'm joined each and every week by Drew Beskett, a.k.a. Biz, and your Juniata head basketball coach, Greg Curley, as we talk all things Juniata men's college basketball. Fellas, this is our official Christmas show.
The holiday show.
The holiday show.
Quite
What gives it away?
festive.
I got my sponsored sweater
you had
on.
the Snapdragon Christmas?
Snapdragon
No way.
Curly,
sweater.
man. He's
Thank you,
the
Snapdragon.
pros pro Curls.
Yeah, we got hooked up here. So yeah, I got a little. I snuck a little eggnog into my coffee.
I'm just drinking coffee.
It's a little early, but you know.
I had my nog last evening. I'm good.
You know what? I actually had some eggnog last night for the. Well, I kept drinking more and more of it as the Commanders got down further and further from the Eagles. But Biz, I'm going to give you a recommendation for some eggnog.
All right.
It was called Screwball, and it was peanut butter whiskey eggnog. Whoo!
I've heard of the Screwball.
Oh, I had not heard of it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think maybe another sponsor for the show.
Oh, all right.
That
As
would
long
be
as we
nice.
get a bunch of
Did you think
bottles
about the
of it.
Eagles going for two? Wait,
I know.
did you see? I only caught a Sports Center today, but
The Eagles drive me nuts. I know my family's very split on it, but God, I wanted to win that game. And then when we got down to our third string quarterback, there was just no chance.
That's a tough pill to swallow, kid.
It is. I had to venture away from the crowd for a little bit afterwards. I was sulking a little bit.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's been a rough year.
Yeah.
It's been a rough
Next year, buddy.
Well, Biz, with that, I feel like I need to turn the mic over to you
Oh,
for maybe a little Christmas poetry.
starting the show off with a nice little Christmas. Let me put my reading glasses on there. All right. All right, a little rendition of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" with a Juniata flavor to it. Wow, you guys are huge now. All right. "'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the nest, the players were home getting much-needed rest. The nets were hung on the hoops with care, waiting for threes to rain through the air. The ballers were nestled all snug in their beds, with visions of victories danced in their heads. Coach Hager in his sweats, Coach Curley in his cap, they were drawing up plays to beat the half-court trap. Ooh. When down in the gym arose such a clatter, the coaches ran in to see what was the matter. What to their coaches' eyes should appear, the spirit of Ed's Mansberger came out to a cheer. The team is growing and improving, he said with a wink. More wins and success are closer than you think. The coach has a plan that has brought many wins. You must all come together, gel, and buy in. More rebounds need snagged, more free throws need made. Give max effort on the floor, and you'll make the grade. On Griffith, Bruce, Kozak, Bilger, and Hurley. On Little and Yon, on Aze and Bailey. And Ed proclaimed as he went in the night, Merry Christmas to all. Go Eagles, let's fight.
Is that a mic drop? We should not have started the show with that.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Not just a hat rack, boys.
That was very impressive. Very impressive. Put a smile on my face.
Good. Let's go. If there's, momentum to be had, let's
Maybe
start.
that was it.
Maybe that was it.
Yeah. I like it.
Thanks.
I think you need to record that, and we need to take that little clip, Curly, and I think you need to play it all over Juniata. Put it through the whole
We need to loop it.
The whole school audio system.
I'm impressed. That was very good, Biz. Very good.
Hey, Tom, if any of your boys need songwriters or anything.
I'm going to pass it on, Biz. That was very well done. Very well constructed.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Wow. Well, with that, I don't even know where we go next. I do have a listener question, though.
Show's over?
Show's over? I got a good listener question. This one is from Brett F.
Ooh,
Brett F. says,
all right.
What do you guys think of a 44-year-old getting off his couch and starting at quarterback for the Colts? And then the second part of that question is, could you ever imagine playing one more time, Coach Curley?
That's a great question. I have an idea who that is, But I don't know. I mean, now that we're getting this after the fact, and I guess he did all right. He didn't do terrible, did he? He was upright, but
No,
He
man.
actually did pretty well.
I mean,
Yeah.
they missed or the other team made a 60, or they missed a 60-yard field goal that would have won the
Somehow
game.
they lost that at the end there. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah,
And
he
he's starting
exploded
again
himself.
this week, right?
Oh, yeah.
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 Is he going to go the rest of the year for them?
He'll probably, I would guess he'll go until they're officially eliminated. I mean,
Yeah.
they still have a shot.
I just can't believe that was the first guy on the list, right? Like, I mean, all the quarterbacks out there.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
But it also goes to show you how much like NFL quarterbacking is from the shoulders up. It's all just how quickly you can process.
That's a good point.
And it's the same thing with like high level point guards and most of the high level basketball players in the NBA. It's not the athleticism at all. It's the processing ability. It's the mental capacity to dissect stuff in a split second, see things that are going to anticipate and then be able to make the play. I would think that would be the part that would go, right? Like the throwing and all that stuff, if you stay in shape, like most of those guys do, and they're not, it's not like he's got a 9-to-5 job. He's coaching his high school team and taking care of what is that? He has like 12 kids, right? I don't know.
Yeah, he does have a lot of
Maybe
kids.
he had all 11 out there running routes. I mean, literally
you have a whole football team.
You have a whole unit. But like, I just was like, how is he going to the windows you have to throw through and how fast those guys are and how quickly you have to process. I would think that would go the fastest, but I guess not. I don't know. It's amazing. And then you realize how phenomenal those guys are as athletes, like just amazing athletes to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he talks to Steichen like every week. So Steichen helps him with his offense and stuff. So he knew the offense. That's why they brought him in.
That's why I guess they called upon him rather than somebody else.
He knew everything, so he could go in and just do it.
Yeah. That's still impressive though.
That's what, I mean, the familiarity with it is one thing, but like to be able to go out there and like the speed of the NFL game.
Yeah.
Have the presence to stand in there, guys still coming after you. I mean,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, now he's a fiery guy. I've always kind of liked him. His approach to stuff, like he's got an edge, and he's a tough guy, obviously. His whole attitude towards it is pretty cool. Like, why not give it a chance, give it a shot? Like, I have no idea what's gonna like. He didn't walk in like, hey, I'm gonna change the world. He's like, I mean, opportunity presented, you either do it or you don't. My kids are watching me. What am I gonna do? So I'm just gonna go play and see what happens. But
he played
I wonder
well.
what he felt like on Monday, the day after. But
yeah, I think it's the second game that's going to be telling.
Yeah. It's also the rules changes. Like those guys are protected at a level. I mean, 15 years ago.
True.
Could you do it? I don't know. I mean, you're going to get, and I don't even know if, how long the rules have been in. As for my coming back at 40,
at 44, not right now, but at 44, could you have, if you had 1 year eligibility left, and let's say Juniata had a massive string of injuries, and they were down to like maybe like 6 guys, and you had to step in.
Just for the record, staff-wise, we would have tagged Coach Hager first. So,
all right.
But Hager's got a bad knee, though. I don't know, man. I think
Coach Hager says, "Hey, I can't do it. Yep. My knee's just not where it used to be."
Nice try, Curls, but keep going.
Yeah, so now it's you.
Could I have done it? I have no idea. I mean, I guess if you're in shape, one game.
Yeah, it's the last game of the year. You need to field 5 guys, or you can't play.
And I averaged 2.5 points a game, so I could probably go do that still.
What position would you put yourself in?
What position would I play? I don't know. Probably 3, probably where I was, but I don't know. I mean, I was a defender, a rebounder, those things. I don't know if that's easier or harder at that point. If you're the guy that just rains threes, maybe it's easier, but a little bit different.
Might be a little easier then.
As I told the guys, we played in the 90s, man. Right? Like watch the 30 for 30s about the 90s was a little bit different. The first drill we got, our coach taught us how to hand check legally, how you could put an open hand on their hip and control guys that way and stuff. And so it was a little bit different.
You might foul out.
Maybe, possibly. Yeah.
Huh.
Charges were a thing. There was no charge arc. There was no challenge, vertical challenge. Yeah, it was different.
It'd be a good gimmick for Juniata. Like, I think you could get a big crowd if they said that their 51-year-old coach was going to play, because they had to. We were down to 4 guys.
Oh, dude, SportsCenter would be there for sure.
Yeah.
Lyco has there's a rash of like 58, 50, older guys playing Division III football right now. Lexington has a lineman that's 58 years old, is a retired guy that was a power lifter. He's back playing. I think there's a couple others. There might be another one in the league. So I don't know. Hoops seems to be a little bit more
Hoops would be harder
first and a lot of jumping.
Yeah.
A lot of Achilles get left behind as guys play pickup as they get older. So
I think basketball would be a much harder sport to do. Yeah. That's a good question, though.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brett.
Brett F. Huh. Wonder who that is.
Hey, our questions come in from very unique people, Biz. Very unique people. Yeah. We haven't talked since this, but our Eagles did lose a heartbreaker, 65-61, to the visiting Bethany College in our last outing inside Memorial Gymnasium. Ty Kozak led the way with 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Joe Bruce added 14 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and a block. I know you like all those different stats, Biz.
Yes.
And William Littles Jr. contributed 7 points, an assist, and 4 steals off the bench. How are we feeling? Now, this has been what, a week and a half since this game. We've been off since the game. Is that correct?
Finals, yeah.
We practiced. So we practiced Wednesday through Friday this past week. The guys went home for the holiday break on Friday afternoon. We had practiced Friday after, and then guys went into finals. So we watched film with it and kind of dealt with it. Disappointed, to be honest. I mean, we're up 10 with 5 minutes left with the ball on the free throw line. Had the ball multiple times to stretch the lead. You could call it inexperience, but we missed. If you include the front end of a one-on-one, we missed 5 free throws down the stretch. We turned the ball over twice, and then, they're 33 off the bench for them, got it going, and he scored 10 points in the last 5 minutes of the game. And we had talked relentlessly that we can't let those guys go. They're kind of apt to force shots. We just need to be with them in sound. And we missed the front end of a one-on-one, don't get back in transition. They hit a 3, 5-point swing. Momentum goes. They see the opportunity to win. They're kind of that team. They're averaging 83 a game. For 35 minutes, we did an excellent job defending them. We controlled the game. But that's, again, another lesson for how quick this goes with teams that are explosive. They have 5 guys that could all score, including 2 off the bench. So 7 guys could really score. We knew it. And we kind of let them get going with a couple lapses before that where we didn't get up on a handoff and just gave them a wide open look, missed, but they get to just dial in. And then the other story, and Biz asked for it, that we need rebounds, but we got beat on the glass again. I think we gave up 13 offensive rebounds, which it was just too many, particularly given the pace of the game. And I think 11 of those were by their guards. So we're just not physical or consistent enough in that spot. It's not an area we're going to be great at, but we can be considerably better. And we're just, our effort in those areas, there's just too many mental lapses and too much loss of focus in that area where we stand around and wait for somebody else to go get the ball, or we just kind of run in to get the ball instead of expand space and block out, and then the ball goes over our head. A lot, just stuff that we did pretty well for 30-some minutes. And then whether we thought the game was in hand, whether we got tired, I think then, the pressure kicks in, you got to execute. We didn't manage it well. So frustrating, disappointed. I think when you step back in terms of playing both ends well, I thought we did that as well as we've done with this group for 35 minutes. We haven't been in the situation to have leads going in the last 5 minutes often at all with this group. It does remind me of every team we've really ever had. It's the same exact learning curve. These games are part of it. The difference then is, the record might be different when you hit this game. And a lot of times it's this time of year where you just keep stressing you have to do these small things. You have to do them all the time. You have to do these things or they cost you. And whatever it is with players, sometimes there's this suspended belief that, well, that doesn't really, I can get away with this, or that applies to everybody else. And so sometimes these are the tough lessons that seasons teach. Again, the challenge is when you stack the rest of the schedule where we've been recently, what do we do mentally? If we separate those out, it's a simple process. If we just honestly were in a game again, we make one play in any of those stretches, then the
Different
game
outcome.
is over before it happened. It's completely different. You make the 2 free throws, you get back in transition, you rebound the ball. The game ends completely differently. But that's what the teams that win do, and they do it consistently. And we just haven't been able to do that. So it's going to be how much we learn and move forward. But we have to defend and rebound consistently, and we haven't been able to do either of those.
I mean, it's a good lesson learned, right? This is a young team. They got to learn how to close it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a painful one.
Painful.
But growth.
Those are the best
growth
ones.
is usually painful. But most of this is, what are we going to do with it? Where does our attitude go with it? I think we came back and had a really good practice that Friday. I wasn't very happy with our last 3 practices before break. And so I think we're in that stage where we got to decide and figure out, I think, these next 3-4 weeks, from a development phase and just where we've gone through and the things we've gone through, and we can talk about the lessons learned, but at some point we need to put them into play consistently. And guys got to dig down and do small things all the time. The dirty work, I'm not sure we're completely committed across the board to that, each guy all the time. And it's a little hit or miss, and that's not being committed. That's kind of doing it when things go well. Now the positives are down the stretch. We answered repeatedly. We put ourselves in positions to win the game. We got to the foul line consistently. Yep. We executed pretty well. We did get stops, a number of stops in a row. We just didn't get the key ones. But when you keep putting that pressure on yourselves, and they have more playmakers, more scorers on the floor, they have a guy at every position that could create their shot. That's why I always talk that last 3-4 minutes advantage generally goes to other teams, not us, how we're typically constructed. So we have to win the way we've always won. That came out. That was pretty clear from that game again. Now it's how consistent we're going to get bought in on doing that, and how much we want to do those things. And that has been a slow process, and a frustrating process with this group. But in these moments, you're either going to throw your hands up and say, that's it, that's all I got. And if that happens, it spells doom. Or you dig down more and you realize, man, we're this close. We just got to get our stuff together. We got to finish. Our keys going into that game, one of them was next play. We got to move to the next play and stay focused. That failed us late. And the last part was finish. We have to finish the game, finish the half, finish possessions. And I think that came, the reason those were 2 of our 3 keys was just because of experience in these games over the years, and understanding how important it was. And unfortunately, a lot of times you have to learn the lesson that you have to finish and do those kind of things. And so we'll see what we do with it. But yeah, it's very frustrating. I thought 4-4, 3-5 with the schedule we had is where we needed to be going into break. We didn't meet that goal. So we have some work to do to make some things up.
Yep. And that's the end of kind of really season 1 of this season. And now we move on.
Yeah.
Biz, before we move on though.
Yes.
We still have to give our player the game, even in a loss. I don't love it, but we got to do it.
All right. Well, my player of the game for this game is going to be probably a little bit different than you may think it's going to be, but
I always like this.
No. Well, I mean, what's the theme, right? Rebounding, free throws, right?
Yes.
I mean, free throws. That's what we got to get. And the guy who came up with that on both ends, and a couple blocks, some defense, Jaden Bilger is going to be my player of the game.
Jaden Bilger.
9 boards.
His first.
9 boards, 5 of 6 on the line. That's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of blocks. That's effort. Listen, here's a little nugget for your boys, Curls. I've been, words of wisdom is coming back, right? Listen, you don't have the skills. You'll never have the skills that Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant had. But there is one thing that you can have that they also had, and that's the effort. There is no cap on effort. You can give the same effort that those guys gave. So let's get out there. Go send some tape of those boys to your boys and let them see the effort. No plays off, max effort, up and down the court. That's what I got.
This is your best show ever.
This has turned into the Biz show.
Well,
this is like your flu game. You're not sick, but I mean, like you're in the zone. I'm not showing them film of those guys. I'm going to show them this bitch.
Hey, it helps when you got a bottle of that. Help it. Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to see a guy that's locked in and at his best, right? Who's at his best when his best is needed? Like Tom, this is what we talk about leadership.
I mean,
who's at his best when his best is needed? Biz, right now. This is the
Biz
moment the
stepping it
program
up.
needed you.
I'll never be Stuart Scott, but dang it, I can give the effort of Stuart Scott.
It's an impressive show, Biz. It's an impressive show.
We're proud of you, Biz. We're proud.
Thanks, guys. You're the best.
And we'll be right back.
Welcome to Merrick Studios, where stories take the mic and culture comes alive.
We're not just a network, we're family, bringing you smart, soulful, unfiltered conversations.
And this season, we're bringing the heat with our biggest lineup yet. Whatever you're into, music, sports, business, we got you covered.
Merrick Studios, where the conversation starts and keeps going.
Check out our full lineup, including Unglossy with Bun B, Jeffrey Sledge, and myself, Tom Frank. Now streaming at wearemerrickstudios.com.
Master the art of lyricism with Pendulum Mink, the first school for rap. Learn elite techniques through immersive lessons, real-world exercises, and guidance from hip-hop icons. This is where MCs sharpen their skills and glow boldly on the mic. Ready to level up? Visit pendulummink.com and start your journey today.
And now, back to the show. All right, so next up, we got the Doc Green. Now, I think we need to, we have new listeners, right? We have a whole new batch of listeners, new parents. Hopefully we kept some of the old parents who kind of like to listen in.
I think we did, man.
I think we did.
Love us, man.
We should say hello to them.
Hey, parents, Merry Christmas to all our old parent friends.
That's right.
We hope to see you in Philly. We could see some of them in Philly.
We better see some of them in Philly.
I hope.
But I think, Coach, you got to give a little bit of background for the new listeners on why Doc Green. Why do we honor him every year with this holiday tournament?
So Doc Green actually he played football, believe it or not, at Pitt, like in the 40s, somewhere in there in the war era. He came to Huntington. I'm not sure if he's a Huntington native or not, but he was actually a dentist in town. But he also coached the men's basketball team. And so he was the men's basketball coach at Juniata for a number of years. I think he, at that time, and kind of the war era, was the most successful coach here. Was kind of one of those legendary figures, bigger than life in a town like ours. And Jim Zalzig, who was my predecessor's predecessor, so he coached before Rick Ferry started this. So I was going to have to get the exact how old the tournament is. It's at least 30 years old. And so at one time, Doc's wife would attend and give away the championship award and trophies and stuff. So that was pretty neat. But we've just kind of, kept that going for good reason. And the people, I still hear from some of the old timers that knew Doc and hear the stories for him. One of the things they all talk about is he might've been one of the best athletes or the best athlete to ever be in Huntington, how good a player he was. I think he played professional football for a while too, but this was kind of like in the early days of kind of the NFL, AFL kind of stuff. And I wish I would have had a chance to obviously meet him, but so we kind of continue the tournament and his legacy and have been fortunate to do so.
Hot dog.
I bet you those are some tough teams being coached by a football guy.
Yeah, I guess he was like the General Giant guy, this
really
tough, but he was like super, like just a kind soul, good man. And so obviously when you're doing something like this after this long, it's a legacy you've met. I mean, it's one of those things with coaching, as successful as he was in other places, it was the impact he made as a coach that kind of left a legacy that people remember too. So it's the amount of people you can impact in these roles, and that's a credit to him, obviously.
So he was a dentist in town. Is his little dentistry? Does anybody know where it was? Was it like right downtown?
I do not. We should probably get Coach Black or Pat Frazier on here. They could probably tell you all that stuff. But
next year we'll have
Doc Green.
Yeah, next year we'll have.
I like that they kept it rolling.
Yeah,
I think it's cool. So Doc Green will be Monday, December 29th and Tuesday, December 30th. That's correct, right?
Correct. Yep.
All right. Well, we got to get into our scouting report here as presented by
Snapdragon.
Monster Crunch, legendary flavor. Find Snapdragon at your local grocery store, the official apple of the Juniata men's basketball show. So our Eagles will next play Central Penn. Central Penn on Monday, December 29th at 7 p.m. at Memorial Gym as part of the Doc Green tournament. Here's what I know about Central Penn. It's a small, private, career-focused college. I don't know. Aren't most colleges career-focused?
Would it be in Central Pennsylvania?
These are more, that would be more like technical professional degree.
Technical?
And more like liberal arts.
All right. It's just outside Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, founded in 1881.
Whoa.
The school emphasizes practical degree programs in areas like business, criminal justice, IT, and healthcare biz.
All right.
Athletically, the Central Penn competes in the USCAA. The heck is that?
Wow. It's a lot of letters, man.
But what does that stand for? United States College Athletic Association?
It's another collegiate league. It's like NAIA Division III, or NAIA, NCAA, and then USCAA.
So they're not technically in Division III?
No, they play 4-year schedule, but they're not technically Division III school at all.
Oh, that's interesting. They are members of the Eastern State Athletic Conference. They're known as the Knights. Fitting nickname for a program built on discipline, structure, and doing things the right way. No flash, just fundamentals. They will come in here, though, at 0-12. 0-12. They're averaging 68 points a game. They're led by junior guard Deshaun King at 18 points a game. That's all I know about them. But we can't let the 0-12 get in the way, though.
Oh, I mean, that includes like 4 or 5 Division I teams they played in there.
I did notice they played a couple Division I games.
They played multiple Division I teams, some Division IIs, and that's part of being USCAA. So then they're within their stuff. I think the concern I shared with you, there's a good chance they have some new faces, potentially a different team when we play them. They have found some stuff here lately with their lineup. They have 2 guards that have scored a lot of points.
That's where they get most of their points.
I mean, I think they've had their two guards have both had each one of them has had over 30 in the last 2 games. And if you followed early, they were playing a different lineup. They had a coaching change. They're relatively new on the 4-year scene, so
a coaching change as of the beginning of this year.
Yeah, so they have a new coach. I think they've moved into this a long time. I think they more competed at a 2-year college level, and so this is newer, moving to the 4-year college level. They do the one common kind of opponent. They did play McDaniel early at McDaniel, but that was an early game to give you an idea of the gauge and where they are.
And McDaniel obviously beat them.
Yeah, a good McDaniel team. So we'll see. I have not really gotten into them a ton and watched as much. Coach Hager has. I need to get into them some more. I've watched some. They have some size. I mean, they have some quickness, but they're basically a brand new lineup. So the stuff we went through last year with an entirely new group of guys is what they're going through. And I just go back, like, none of this stuff matters where we sit. We need to go play well and win some games. And then coming over a holiday break or breaks, places that sometimes are a little bit more transient, have guys come in that that could be problems.
So wait a minute, explain that to us a little bit. So because we're going into next year, that in theory they could bring on new players. There's a window here. Is that right?
Semester break. Yeah. Generally, you're not going to enroll somebody till you get into now Division III and NCAA. There's rules. USCA, I'm not sure where they are, but you wouldn't enroll somebody until the last semester ended, and now they come in and it counts towards the second semester. So that's when their eligibility would kick in. They'd be ready to go. So over these breaks is when you'll see adds to rosters, changes in rosters. Some drop away, some add. And this is not unique to Central Penn. This is something we've always dealt with, these tournaments. And I've shared the stories of, Lancaster Bible all of a sudden has a 6'8" guy that was an ESPN top 300 guy out of high school from Philly. This was like 6-7 years ago. And they were, the guy was, we're watching ESPN, like recruiting highlight tapes of the guy, and he was like 27. So, that's happened a couple times in these situations. You have to monitor the same with the other teams in the tournament. over the years have tried to see if we can get guys enrolled or if it fits. Are always looking at that stuff. Sometimes you just wake up and you get a call from a guy you recruited before. Hey, coach, I'm not happy where I am.
And they'll transfer right in the middle of the years. So
not all the time, but it does happen.
Could they though be playing? Let's say, just for instance, could some kid be playing for Scranton and at the end of this semester, which is right now, transfer and play at Juniata?
Yes.
Or is
So Division III rules. So all the stuff that everybody's dealing with Division I, the transfer portal, people can leave anytime and those kind of things. Like you've been able to do that at our level all the time. There's been multiple instances where guys have transferred within league, which there used to be some stuff against that, but that changed at Division III a long time ago too. I've seen guys be playing on a different team in the same league. Like at the end of the semester, and then they transfer. It doesn't happen very often, particularly like in a conference like the Landmark or the Centennial, something like that, a little more academically aligned. It's hard to do it because you have to have the credits and you have to go through the whole process. And but some places that probably are providing just a little bit more educational access and a little easier to come in and out, and they're geared to kind of jumpstart and give people those opportunities. That kind of transfer opportunity is way easier. It's kind of the business they're in. Does that make sense? And so I think it just promotes or leads to there's going to be more of that. So we have to kind of keep our eye on that and stay on top of it.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Very.
Yeah. Scranton, Catholic.
Anybody
not happy?
Bueller.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be involved in that. And sometimes you're evaluating your needs and what you want to do. there's, you offset some chemistry. I've said repeatedly, I really like our team, but we can't lose the game like we did against Bethany, then we can't practice like we did the last 3 practices. We have to decide what we're going to be, and we have to decide consistently to do things. We can't just not get back in transition off a free throw and expect to win games. And that's taught, learned, seen on tape. That has nothing to do with past records or what we're doing. That's just staying locked in and focused and understanding and valuing the things that win games.
Yeah.
We need to get on board with that. And if we can do that, I think we're going to be fine. But we need to do that sooner than later.
Let's go, boys. Come on.
So we play Central Penn. Give us a lowdown on the other game. And if we were to win, who we might play the next day?
Again, I'll spend the next few days getting into this before we get back we'll have 3 practices to prepare. But I do know Stevenson, I think right now 6-1 or 7-1. They have a new head coach. He was actually an assistant at Catholic. He kind of walked into a pretty veteran team. I expected them to be pretty good. They play in the MAC, so they play in a very good league. They play a good schedule. So it'll be essentially a Landmark level game, and probably our top half Landmark level. I don't know if they're quite the top 2 or 3 in our league right now, but that kind of game. Franciscan is another PAC school, so that's Bethany, Westminster. So they're athletic, big, strong. We've struggled with that. They may have the best Division III player in the country. So they're one guard. At one point, he was averaging 35 points a game. So I think he's been in the top in the nation in scoring multiple years. And he's really physically developed more. He's a man and he's a wing. And they have some other really good players too. So they're talented. I think they might be 5-2, 6-2, somewhere in there, kind of in that same range. They will be a top level or upper half, or right now on a Landmark, I say upper half, and I can't even kind of find a delineation in my mind. It's probably the top 7 schools out of 10. But that's the level, that's the kind of player he is. He's an All-American level guy. I think we have a few of those in our league that we've played against so far. He's going to be in that vein. But I think they're way more geared to like scoring, and like he'll pull from the hash mark coming across midcourt. If he gets it going, he's
going to be tough.
He'll be as good a player that's walked in our gym probably. I don't know that there's better. And we had a kid a few years ago that from Oneonta State that was a first-team All-American that we played against. This kid is at that level.
So do you change anything to play somebody like that? Do you ever consider, I don't know, like a box and one or anything to like really go after that guy? Or is that just ridiculous?
I think I've told the story on here before. One time in my career, we thought about a triangle and two, and it was a playoff game at Susquehanna. It lasted 2 possessions, and Nate Higgins was cursing me out, running down the floor, saying, "Get the hell out of this." And then we played man to man and held them below, like 10 points below the season average.
Hey, you know what, Tom? Effort.
I think again, like I think a lot of times people think you just move in and out of those things, but that's a lot harder. I think there's schools of philosophy as coaches, there's kind of a surprise and change world where that's what you do pretty consistently. You change things up, you give different looks, you run a lot of different things, and that's kind of the culture you create, and guys are used to that. That's how they expect to play. And then there's simplicity and execution groups that we do what we do. We're going to stay at it. We're going to do our thing. We're going to live and die with some of the ups and downs. And I think that's who we just by default become. It's probably an extension of the coach and the coach's personality and how we just see things. And so it's not always been, whenever we've tried to do those things, it could surprise and maybe help. But more times than not, it's become out of character and it's never really worked for us great. No matter how much excitement or zeal we go into that. And sometimes, honestly, it's a little bit frustrating as a coach because we're all coaches and you love all this crazy idea and you want to do that. But I think it has to do with a little bit like the feel for your team, how you do things on a day-to-day basis. If we're preaching consistency and do what we do and execution and small things and details every day and what we do, then to shift in that in a moment can be unsettling for players, whether they say it or not. And they may even like it. But it's just such a contrast from, it's like going away from your best pitches against the best hitters. Like, what are you doing? You're just going to, it's just going to be, giving up, grooving one down the plate or something, or trying to execute something you can't execute. And then I'd say if you're a program that does a lot of that stuff, you probably come in, build in, and do those kind of things. And like Nick Nurse in the NBA, he's known for all that, like crazy defenses, and he changes and he does all these things. And I think a lot of times, particularly fans and other people outside that love that, and all that's really coaching. I don't know. Then there's other coaches that do what they do, right, and probably don't get the fanfare or whatever, but they're way more consistent in their outcomes over time. And that's a builder. So I think it's a little bit personality, and a lot of those things. So we never rule any of those things out. We'll do more subtle things that we'll try to do and within the game plan and how much help we give here and what we do there. I'm not sure to the mind's eye people would understand or see it unless you knew what you're doing within the room. So I haven't gotten into it enough to know that we'll do that. And sometimes we just say we're going to just play our base defense because it's the old 5 versus 1, and one guy's not beating us if we're going to get where we want to go. And then I also think there's a development piece to this, where you are as a program. When you're in a development stage and you're trying to get places, are you, when faced with a big moment, going to change what you're doing all of a sudden? That over time is not a great message and doesn't allow you to grow and teach. And again, when a fan sits in and expects to win the game you're in, you're not understanding that you might lose 2 down the road because you didn't do the right thing now. That's a very hard thing. I think Tom Izzo was talking about that the other night. It's a very, very hard thing for us as coaches. Like it's even like late in the game, do you keep guys in? Do you not we're not playing necessarily always to win that game. We're playing to win games. Like down the road, where does the development have to happen? Who do we have to play? Like there is thought all the time. It's never just this game. What's it matter? Well, it always matters. It's always a process. And those minutes, have value, regardless of what the scoreboard says. Minutes have great value. And so, and these opportunities have great value. So a lot of it is weighing those things and where you want to be. And some guys are just super comfortable living in that world. They don't overthink it. I just do whatever and let's just do it. But that's their style. So the players get used to that. Like that's what we do. And we don't care about the outcomes and consequences. Others, which obviously we're wired differently with that. That is just the contrast in style that can be unsettling to guys, whereas just go do what we do. And I would say largely over 25 years, we've played guys like this all the time. I talk about, we had NBA scouts in the gym for a 7-footer. We played him with a 6'4" guard, center. We didn't post double one time. We played our defense and held the guy 15 points below his average. And that's not the only time that's happened. That's happened a ton of times with us. The blessing is we've played in a great league. We've played guys like this before. Josh Robinson at Susquehanna when we played him, and Coach Hager actually guarded him, was leading in the country in scoring. He was a Division I transfer. So we've been in these situations.
How did Hager do?
Well, regular season we got beat, but then we beat him in the playoffs here by 20, I think.
Yeah, Hager.
Shout out to Hager.
You know what? If I'm going up against these guys, man, I'm gonna be like, you know what?
You're
I am
fired
gonna
up.
Shut this dude down.
Yeah, I think it's kind of
Like,
exciting.
that's the attitude you got to have, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would say when we're where we're supposed to be, and this is where time will tell here. When we've had kind of the competitive spirit where it needs to be. Most of our guys, we've been fortunate. Didn't have to say a lot in those situations. Like, I think that's how we think we're wired, to really lock in and be ready to execute and do what we're doing and trust what we have. If I said I think we're there right now, mentality and approach, no. And so that's why when you're in these moments, it's hard, because we may try plan A and that may not work. But plan B may not be the long-term solution either. So here's the bottom line. We got to be 5 versus 1 and take care of our base areas. Like I said, the Bethany game just came down to base fundamentals, things we should be doing all the time and doing them well all the time. It's not even and if we had done those things well, we just win the game. You don't even notice. Like, we didn't need to make more plays. We made a ton of plays. We just needed to stay consistent and solid in the things that matter. And we have just not been able to do that. And we just are not there. And so, honestly, if you're asking me today, what are we using the Doc Green for? To win in the landmark. So, are we going to make some crazy thing for that moment? Probably not. We'll probably try to be us, but we're not doing a very good job of being us right now, and that's up to the coaches. And we got to get that across. So
yeah.
Ooh, there you go. There's your battle cry for the second half. Be us.
Be us.
Boom.
This is gonna be a fun Doc Green though. You got some interesting teams in here. It's Monday the 29th, Tuesday the 30th. Come on out to Memorial Gymnasium and
let's
cheer
go.
our Eagles on.
Come back from Christmas break for the games.
That's right.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, that Stevenson Franciscan game is super interesting.
That's gonna be a good one.
I mean, Stevenson's a top 20.
Before or after you guys play?
They'll play before us at 5.
And then you'll play the nightcap at 7.
Yeah, they'll Stevenson's a top 20 defensive team in the country right now.
That is going to be fun.
Has this guy, but Franciscan will press and change defenses, and they're big, strong, athletic. So I haven't really seen Stevenson on tape. I just have followed their outcomes, and I saw him some last year, so I'm familiar with some of the personnel. But it should. The way you said it is actually really interesting. We've had some years where you kind of have an idea. I think this one is completely across the board. I think the kind of variety and differing styles is pretty cool. It should be some good basketball. And there's going to be some definitely some good players in the gym and some good teams.
I'm going to say right now, I'm rooting for Stevenson for this reason. My girls' basketball team is coached by 2 Stevenson alum.
Oh, there you go.
2 sisters who played at Stevenson.
All right.
So yeah, I'm going to root for them.
This world is connected, man.
All right, fellas.
All right.
We got a big announcement to make on the show this week. Big announcement. A lot of parents have been asking about this, so listen up.
Listen
We're
close.
going to start to look ahead a little bit at the big Palestra game on Sunday, January 11th versus Goucher. Tip-off is at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. So, Biz, maybe a little drum roll here. Thank you. This year's Palestra happy hour will not be at the Misconduct Tavern.
Oh.
It's not going to be there. Unfortunately, they've temporarily closed the location.
My stomach
is closest
just
to Palestra,
sank.
but hey, no worries here.
The wings.
We're going to be at a new place.
All right.
It's called the New Deck Tavern. It's located at 3408 Sansom Street, just a very short walk to the Palestra. It's a nice Irish pub, good food, even better beer.
All right.
I have been dealing with their excellent person, Aaron, who is setting everything up for us.
Let's go, Aaron.
So we are going to be there at 1:00, from 1 to whenever we decide we need to leave to make sure we get to the game in time.
Yes.
All right.
Well, the parents will have to leave. We're going to have our press credentials, right? Is this happening?
Yeah, we need to make sure. We need to get this all lined up, Coach Curley.
Yeah.
We got to have our press credentials, all of that. So people, if you're listening, join us at the New Deck Tavern. You can check it out. It's newdecktavern.com for anyone who wants to check out menus. But we are going to be there. And here's the interesting wrinkle.
Oh, this is going to be good.
We are not the only team that is planning on having a happy hour there.
Oh,
Apparently, I've heard through rumors, Drew University will also be there. Now, is Drew University, are they the other men's game, or is it a girls' game that's Drew University? Do you know, Curly?
That's a good question.
This is late breaking news, so I haven't had time to research this yet.
hot.
Catholic plays the first game at 12. I don't know who they play. Maybe it is Drew. I don't know.
So there might be an
So
interesting
they would be
overlap.
coming after the game too, it sounds like. So that's a whole different dynamic.
This is going to be interesting. So they have a room there. We're going to have a bunch of tables there. The New Deck Tavern. Biz, I'm quite excited about this.
I'm very excited, and I do want to ask the Drew people if you're coming. If you got an extra sweatshirt with my name on it, I mean,
yeah, we need to have a Drew sweatshirt for Drew.
and it wouldn't be Drew University, it'd be my name, you know.
Yeah, it'd just be your name.
But anyway,
and
all right.
yeah, if it just says Drew, we don't want Drew University. We just want one that says Drew.
Yeah, I mean, is that so hard? Anyway,
I don't think that's a lot to ask.
No.
Yeah, or I still would like to get you a chair. Like, I mean, I got to have a leftover chair or something.
We should be selling Biz merchandise. He should have Biz sweatshirts out there.
That's true too.
Biz University. Hey, Juniata, let's get a little name.
Biz
When I win the
University.
Powerball, hell, I could be a billionaire right now. I didn't even look.
So the other
I'm
thing
going to
we
buy
want
the
to
naming
say,
rights to Juniata, to Biz University. Anyway,
the other thing we want to say, anybody who's listening, alumni, parents,
yeah,
come on out.
We got
need
a lot
some
of them there.
We need Rigby. We need some of these
Rigby.
guys who are in Philly. We have an extra mic.
Evans in Philly, he's there. Who else is there? The Laptina, he's there.
Yeah, we have an extra mic because Coach Curley will obviously not be at the happy hour with us. He'll be getting the team ready to play.
Oh, as
So
far
we
as
do
we
have an
know, he
extra
may be at
spot.
the happy hour. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
We do have an extra spot. Come on out. We want to get as many people on the podcast that day as humanly possible.
Everybody.
So everybody has a voice.
This was one of our best shows ever, by the way, when we did it the first time.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes.
I
So
just
I'm-
received a text from Nick Rigby. He does plan to attend the game. Now he's coming back from DC for something, so he wanted to know what time this stuff would start. But
1 o'clock,
Oh,
would
right
be
now.
one day.
1 o'clock.
Yeah.
There he is. Look at that. He's listening live to the podcast because we do stream it for certain people. Nick Rigby is one of those. And
He's the
so
only one, apparently. But anyway.
he'll be there. He'll be there. That's a breaking news.
All right. Breaking
So
it.
come on out. This is going to be fun.
Yes,
I
it
got
is.
to look up the menu. I don't know if they're going to have the same wings that we're accustomed to
Those
at
wings were
this
so
condo.
good.
I know.
That's all right.
And
We'll
the
find
last time
something
we
else.
were there, you were going through some
I
kind of
was
weird.
on my stupid diet thing.
You
Yeah.
were dieting. I was eating all the wings. You really.
I ate
couldn't
the wings,
partake.
bro. I just
Yeah.
didn't have carbs, man. That's all.
Are you in that phase now, or we get
Nope.
100% full authentic Biz?
This is full
Anyway,
authentic biz. We're going to have that for the game.
All right.
I will be cutting down a little bit, but hey, you know,
All right.
ebbs and flows, guys. Ebbs and
Well,
flows.
that's
Well,
the big
I'll,
announcement.
after. So we should have one more pod before that, right after the doc.
Oh, yeah.
I would assume.
Oh, definitely.
yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can hopefully again, any of the alums out there that are around are going to be there. You need to hit us up so we know,
Yes.
and we can share the information with you guys.
Yeah. And if they want to get on the show the week before, maybe we give a little preview of
Yeah.
what's going to be going down.
We got to get Katie on the show again.
We got to get Katie on the show. I think we need Katie on the show the next show.
Yes. Greg, work on
Well,
this.
I mean, you guys may not pass the muster to get the press credentials. I don't know. We'll have to check. So
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think that
Dude, we were awesome in the
I
post-game
think we were
interview,
press
weren't we?
credential 1 and 2.
you're the
Yeah.
you're the originals. You guys are the OGs of the press credentials for the Palestra event.
Dude, that was
Yeah, I
awesome when we
remember
got to
this.
go into the locker room. The guy's like, where are you going? We sold off our press credentials.
It was a great day.
Tom
It was
goes
a great
anywhere,
time.
man. This guy's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's the big announcement.
Yes, I'm excited.
I am too. Thank you, Aaron, for setting all this up for us.
Aaron, is it Aaron or is it E-R-I?
It's Erin.
All right.
Yeah. So we're
Thank you.
assuming Aaron is a female.
Yeah, hey. Well, I mean, you talked to her, so you should know, right?
Well, we talked over email.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
so I haven't officially seen her. I haven't officially heard her yet.
Or him.
Or him.
All right.
Yes. So that's our big news.
Hot dog. Excited.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's win the Doc Green. Let's effort.
Let's win the Doc Green.
Effort,
Let's
boys.
go into season 2 rolling.
40 minutes of hell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Guys, this was an inspiring performance from you. If anybody's fired up right now, I am. I come
mean,
away
let's
refreshed.
go. Like the time is now, man.
Hey, Biz, you could have taken this show a lot of directions too, and you chose the right path, man.
The time is now.
The hard right over the easy wrong, buddy.
That's right.
The hard right over the easy wrong, right?
I like it. Well, fellas.
Hey,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
Hanukkah. That's going on right now, I guess. And happy everything.
Happy everything.
Yeah.
That's our show. That's our holiday classic show. Our fourth one.
Oh, it was a classic
we've ever had. Send us your thoughts and follow the show on Instagram at Juniata Basketball Show. Tell us if you're going to be at the happy hour. We're gonna have a list. It's going to be very. It's going to be.
And we're going to check it twice too.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Subscribe to the Juniata Men's Basketball Show on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And until next time, I'm Tom Frank.
I'm Biz.
I'm Coach Curley.
Go Eagles.
Let's go. Effort.